Greg Shoemaker, TriStateFootball.com. Here at New Richmond High School with new head coach Josh Stratton. Josh came over from Lloyd Memorial, and Josh, I mean, boy, when you look at the resources out here at New Richmond, you got to be pretty happy with everything that's going on for you.
Yeah, we have great facilities here. Probably better than any school, arguably in the state at our level, our class in terms of our facilities. They built this facility in 2003, 2004, and it's top notch without a doubt.
You know, when you look at having those sort of resources, talk about the feeder program and how everybody's embraced you so far.
The community support has been outstanding, but the administrative support has been overwhelmingly supportive. From the superintendent down, everyone has welcomed me with open arms, and whatever I've asked for, the answer has been yes, which has been, obviously been a huge plus. Everyone is really excited about the direction that I can take the program, and it's welcoming the direction that the program is going to go in. They're kind of looking for maybe change some things up a little bit. I don't know. Because I am philosophically, I do things different than many of the coaches that have been here in the past who did an outstanding job building tradition and toughness and commitment and hard work. Those things are already established. There's no doubt about that.
The kids here, they seem not to be, there's no apprehension here about having a third coach in 3 seasons. When you first came in to introduce yourself to these kids and talk to them, what was the vibe you got from them, and how responsive have they been to what you're putting in place? Well,
again, it's a difficult transition for them, but they've had good coaches. They've had a run of great coaches here. I mean, I'm stepping in some big shoes. I got some big shoes to fill. Some great guys that have been around for a long time around Tri-State football and established, a great program here that. They're not that worried. I think that the kids again, it goes back to the administration. They believe in the administration. Adam Bird, Doug Foote, and Mark Bailey, and they knew that they were going to get the right person for the job, and that they were going to hire someone that was the best for the kids. And really, I kind of got that from the kids. They really believe in the administration that they were going to put the right person in place, and that's why they had no doubts.
Offensively, you guys are going to switch things up in 2013, more of a spread offense, something they haven't seen around here in quite some time, everybody getting a chance to touch the ball. But you have some good people in place. You've got a quarterback that now has to throw the ball more than he ever has, receivers who have always been blockers. Now they had to learn to catch the ball. So some of the challenges that await you with these guys, and how well have they taken to everything so far?
They're excited. Obviously, more guys touch the ball, like you mentioned earlier. That makes kids excited. But we got a quarterback coming back. These guys have been running the triple and doing it and being successful at it. But that's not what we do. That's not the staff that I brought in. That's not what we do. But everyone thinks we're going to come out here and throw the ball all over the place. And if you look at what we did at Lloyd, we didn't throw the ball every down. We threw it enough to keep the box empty. And then we were successful running the ball this year because we ran against a 5- and 6-man box, and that's really, how we measure our passes to our runs is we want to pass enough to keep the box empty so that we can run the football successfully. But our Levi Simpson is a great competitor. I think he can play quarterback in any system, just because he's so competitive and he works extremely hard. I have no doubts that he'll have a great year.
Defensively, team finished 5-5, 1-3 within the conference. In a conference that is big up front and likes to play smash mouth football for the most part, what do you have coming back, and what do you want to instill in those guys on that side of the ball?
Well, I think that the conference is transitioning into more of a spread-oriented conference. At least it's not like it was where it was just Western. Amelia was spread last year. Western obviously is spread. Norwood was spread offense last year. C&E was spread offense last year. So you're looking at half the schedule that is spreading the ball out. So we're gonna maintain the identity that we need to have athletes on the field on defense. We want as much speed as possible, team speed at every position. guys that can run down the wall and get 11 guys to the football at all times and be disruptive, get in the backfield and be disruptive.
Your schedule moving forward now that you're going to have an opportunity in the years to come. You got Indian Hill on there this year, but is there a certain sort of type of team that you want to start playing more often, more frequently in your non-conference schedule moving forward?
I'm still kind of getting a feel for it in terms of this side of the river and who to put on the schedule. We play a Kentucky team this year, but the schedule was made prior to me being hired. But I think that you got to set yourself up to make the playoffs, but we also have to prepare ourselves to win our conference, because that's our main goal. Is we need to win our conference every year. Not winning our conference is unacceptable.
One thing I've noticed about you since you became a head coach here locally is you take time to embrace the history of the programs that you're at. How important is that to you to understand what has happened in the past at the programs? I mean, most coaches are tunnel vision, this is the way it's going to be now, but how important is the past to you?
Tradition is very important, and I'll give all the credit for my respect to the different traditions of the different schools to a man that I worked for in Missouri named Stan Helms. Stan Helms was the head coach at Herculaneum High School, and I was the offensive coordinator there, and he was an alum of Herculaneum, so obviously he respected the tradition, but he really showed me the importance of that, and not only in making sure the kids embrace it, but by the kids embracing it and the coaching staff embracing it, it brings the community tighter, because they want that. They want to see that. The community wants to make sure that those traditions stay. And the traditions in terms of, old Coach Bird's emblem on the side of the helmet is going to stay. The captain's plaques in the locker room, the walk down from the school. I mean, anything that they come to me and they say, this is a tradition we've been doing, then we're going to embrace it. We're going to keep it as a part of what we do. Really the only thing that is not going to be recognizable in how we do things is going to be out there on the turf.
There you go. Josh Stratton, the new head coach of the new Richmond Lions.